that day it rained. The first cake I got ruined. I had to get another one. I went with my brothers to a place to surprise her. But on getting there, I happened to be the one that was surprised. The craziest thing I ever did for love was investing the whole of my savings to make sure my ex had a comfortable life when she was in school. My last heartbreak, it came as a surprise to me because the painful part of it is I didn't know that my ex had broken up with me until like after 9 months. You can imagine. So I was actually dating myself. It resonated well with me when I heard Burna Boy's song Last because if Burna gonna chop breakfast, who no go chop am? Good day everyone, my name is Daniel and welcome to my session on Singles Corner. Alright, so my first question, introduce yourself. Well, like I said, my name is Daniel, but you can also call me Director D. I'm a cinematographer, content curator. I like to call myself a media proprietor because I am actually into the space of the media firm. So I do so much as regards media when it comes to videography, photo editing, graphics design, still and motion, and so much more. And also, I love to talk, and that's why I'm on this show. So, my next question, what did I learn from my last heartbreak? Wow. Yeah, it resonated well with me when I heard Burna Boy's song Last because if Burna gonna chop breakfast, who no go chop am? Yeah, so my last heartbreak, it came as a surprise to me because the painful part of it is I didn't know that my ex had broken up with me until like after 9 months. You can imagine. So I was actually dating myself. Yeah, so the experience was more like, for me, a process of learning, getting to know what it entails in being in a relationship. Because I do say something to a lot of people. I said we end up finding ourselves going into relationship for the wrong reasons, and the reason why I say that a lot is because it resonates well with me. That is basically my story. So the major lesson I picked from my relationship was knowing how to do well or do better if I find myself in another one. Yeah, so second question, what is one secret I never told my ex? Very funny, but the only secret I knew I never told my ex was that I was a virgin. Yeah, it sounds odd, but that was just the truth. I never told her I was a virgin because for me, I felt I didn't want her to see me as, will I say, a novice or someone who's not exposed. So one of the biggest secret I kept from my ex was that I was not a virgin. The next question, the biggest lie I ever told my ex, the same thing, that I'm not a virgin. That was the biggest lie I ever told her because I'm someone that my core values, one of the things that entails my core values is sincerity and trust. So if I would expect that you trust me, then I should be able to put myself in a position where you should be able to trust me. So there's no point of me being with you and then lying. So the biggest lie I ever told her was that I was not a virgin, whereas you know it. All right, so my next question, what is the worst experience you've ever had with a girl? Wow, I've had lots of experience because about 90% of my friends and my acquaintances are females. That's why they call me Minister for Women Affairs. I don't take that serious, that was a joke. The worst experience I've had with a girl was being friends with a girl when we were in school, and she presumed that we were dating to the point that she started telling a lot of people, her friends, her colleagues, including my lecturers, that we were dating. And at that point in time, I happened to be the fellowship president. So it was awkward for me holding that kind of position in school and finding myself entangled in that kind of scenario. So it was, I really don't want to relate to that experience again, but then I was able to come out of it. Why? Because of sincerity. So that happened to be one of the experiences. Not really my worst, but for now, I think that is what I can really point out. So my next question, can you tell us the worst thing a girl has ever done to you? Wow. All right. So if you are watching this, please don't laugh at me. I will advise you learn from the experience. So the worst thing the girl ever did to me was an experience with my ex. So I happen to be someone that I like to call myself a family guy. So everything pertaining to me and my relationship, my brothers are very much aware of it. So on my girlfriend's 18th year birthday, I did so much, saved so much to surprise her. I even ordered for some things that was shipped in, which happened to be one of her favorites. I prepared cakes, gifts. That day it rained. The first cake I got ruined. I had to get another one. I went with my brothers to her place to surprise her. But on getting there, I happened to be the one that was surprised because I met another cake from another guy. The gift I got for her, she said she don't use them, and I end up going home surprised, heartbroken, disappointed. It still didn't dawn on me that I was dating myself. Can you just imagine? But I did all of this for love. But then, even if you didn't want those gifts, at least you could have received them and not just turned me down. It really got me shattered. It got me broken. Even though that experience inspired so much, but then it's one of the worst things that I've ever experienced. But don't worry, guys. I've gotten better. I'm not sure I'm going to make that mistake again. But then, it's still one of my worst. And yeah, that's it. So, why did I break up with my ex? Which is the next question. Unfortunately for me, I didn't break up with her. She broke up with me. And it's so sad because till now, I really can't explain why. But then I think we both outgrew a lot of things, and then we wanted to explore life differently. And I think that was the reason why we both had to go different ways. But if we had communicated better, I think it would have made more sense. But I really can't say this is why. But yeah, we broke up. Then I feel one of the things that happened with my ex was we really didn't prioritize the importance of communication. I feel that was even why when she left, she assumed that I would know, and when I thought she was still around, so communication, we didn't prioritize communication, and it affected the relationship. Yeah, what's the craziest? My next question, because it's making me laugh because if you go through my phone now, you're actually going to be in the same scene I am laughing. The craziest name you've ever saved a girl's contact with. Alright, so I'm fond of doing one thing. If you're a female gender, I save your name with emojis. But the craziest name I've ever saved a girl's contact with is reserved wine. Don't ask me to explain because I'm not going to explain. It's none of your business. Reserved wine, sir. That's the craziest thing I've ever saved a girl's contact with. So what's the craziest thing you found in your partner's phone? Well, I happen to be someone that I don't go beyond my boundaries. I respect boundaries, and what I would like you not to do to me, I don't do to you. So I don't go through people's phones. I feel anything you think I should be aware of, anything you think I should know, you will tell me. So if you're not telling me, then there's no need for me going through your phone. I don't have anything to hide. If there's trust, if there's loyalty, if there is love, which is the bedrock of every foundation, then I think there is really nothing for us to hide. So I don't need to go through my partner's phone. I never at any point in time went through my ex's phone or my partner's phone. Which brings us to the next question. What's the craziest thing you've done for love? Okay, so I think this question is related to relationship because I've done a lot of things for love. But if it is about relationship, I think the craziest thing I ever did for love was investing the whole of my savings to make sure my ex had a comfortable life when she was in school. That was crazy because throughout that experience, it was really hard for me. But I couldn't tell anybody that this was why. But then, that is it. That was the craziest thing I've ever done. The next question is, what was your worst sexual experience? I had to sigh because this question is a bit emotional and also personal. But then, I would like to share. I think I happen to be one of those very few guys in this generation that is so unlucky to have had sexual experiences. If you believe it or not, that's your own cup of tea. But I think the only thing I could relate with my worst sexual experience was when I was struggling with masturbation. And then I don't think I want to bore you with the details, but that's just it. But aside from that, I don't think I've been lucky enough to, get involved in anything that has to do with sex. Which brings us to the next question. Where's the craziest place you've done it? Done what? Is it preach the gospel or is it my media activities? Okay, so still trying to share my emotional experiences though. If it's about my struggles growing up, which is masturbation, I think the craziest place I've done it is personal. I don't want to tell you, so don't worry. Which takes us to the next question. What is your biggest red flag in a girl? Entitlement. That's just it. Entitlement. Do you want me to explain? Don't worry, we'll do that another day. But my biggest red flag in the girl is entitlement. Yeah, so the next question. What's the worst date you've ever been on? Alright, so this will make me share my experience with my ex. So I happen to be someone that is very, very, very awkward. Alright, so how did I ask my ex out? Don't laugh at me. I'm not a lover boy, but then if you want to be with me, you want to be with me for two things. One, the way I sound. Two, the way I look. Don't worry, you can ask for my number after the show. Yeah, so the my worst date experience was with my ex. It was after a rehearsal, we went with a friend for a birthday party, and I turned the friend's birthday party to a date. You can imagine, so that was just it. That was my worst date experience. Sorry, pardon me. Yeah, I turned the friend's birthday party to my own date because that happened to be the first time that I was going to go out with my ex. So yeah, it became a date, and a date it was. And so my last question for this session: what is your best breakup line? I've been unlucky to be the one to break up, so I don't have any. But if I should come up with one, I think I will try to make it a bit religious. I can come up with something like, I love you, but Jesus loves you, and I think it's time for you to go meet Jesus because I don't think I'm worthy of the love again. All right, so now this will bring us to the end of my session on Singles Corner. Yeah, thanks. Shout out to Couples Diary for this amazing opportunity to share my experience. I trust it has not been boring. I hope it has been engaging, and I hope it has been fun. Let us see your reviews, what you think, what you've learned, what you've picked from this session in the comment section. If you know you want to be a part of this, reach out to the details scrolling on the screen right now, or you could just send a DM to the number or engage the comment section. I look forward to hearing your own experience on Singles Corner. Shout out to Couples Diary. Thank you and peace.